The Retirement Planner is a complete year-by-year retirement income and portfolio projection tool. It models every income source, every asset, and every withdrawal across your entire retirement horizon, so you can see exactly where you stand and plan with confidence. Let me walk you through. The planner runs entirely in your browser. No download, no installation, no account. The first thing to do is bookmark this page so you can come back to it anytime. The planner has 8 tabs across the top: planning and income, assets to divest, fixed assets, projections, withdrawal plan, charts, additional, and summary. Work through them left to right when setting up your plan. At the very top, 2 buttons. Export downloads your entire plan as a JSON file to your computer. Import loads it back on any device, any browser, instantly. Export after every session where you make significant changes. The first thing to set in planning parameters is your base currency. This is the currency your entire plan will be reported in. All income, all assets, all projections will be converted to this currency automatically. The planner supports 8 major currencies. Select your home currency here. If you're Canadian, select CAD. If you're in the US, select USD. If you hold assets in multiple currencies, for example Canadian income, but US stocks, assign each asset its own currency when you enter it, and the planner converts everything to your base currency for the projections. Enter your name. This labels your plan and becomes the file name when you export. Age at start. This is your retirement age. Inflation rate, the annual rate used to adjust your withdrawals for purchasing power. 3 to 5% is the standard assumption. Run your plan at 5% as a stress test. Start year, the year your projection begins. Projection years, how many years into the future you want to model. Fixed income sources are guaranteed payments that do not depend on selling assets. Pensions, Social Security, CPP, OAS. Enter the name, the annual payment amount, the year it begins, and the indexing rate per year, if applicable. You will notice each income row has a currency selector and a tax input. Set the currency to match where the income is paid. For the tax rate, check the checkbox to enable tax estimation on that source. Enter your effective tax rate. That is your average tax rate across all your income, not your marginal rate. You can find your effective rate by searching Effective Tax Rate Calculator for your country online. Every row has a checkbox on the left. Items must be checked to be included in calculations. Tax-deferred accounts, 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, RRSP, TFSA, are entered here. Enter shares or units held, current price, and expected annual growth rate. Select the currency the account is denominated in. A TFSA holding Canadian stocks would be CAD. An RRSP holding US ETFs would be USD. Enter today's current price per share. This is important. The planner does not just use today's price directly in your retirement projections. It automatically compounds that price forward from today to your retirement start year, using the CAGR and decline rates you set. So if you retire in 2030 and enter today's price, the planner will calculate what that price is estimated to be in 2030 and use that as your starting point. The CAGR preset button gives you 8 pre-built growth profiles, from ultra-conservative to hyper-growth. Clicking a preset fills in the CAGR and all 3 decline rates automatically. Further CAGR explanations are in the drop-down menu at the bottom of the page. The 3 decline rate fields control a 3-phase CAGR model: years 1 through 5, years 6 through 20, and year 21 onwards. DIV, when checked, calculates annual dividend income based on a yield percentage. Amort/sell, when checked, the planner automatically calculates how many shares to sell each year, so the account reaches 0 by the end of your projection. The Assets to Divest tab is where you enter individual stocks, ETFs, or other assets you plan to sell through retirement. The platform year stamps when you enter the price and automatically compounds it forward to your retirement start year using the CAGR. So your projection reflects an estimated future price. For the currency, select the currency the asset trades in. US stocks are USD Canadian stock CED, and so on. The planner converts everything. For tax on divested assets, these are typically capital gains. Capital gains tax treatment varies by jurisdiction. Capital gains are normally taxed at the marginal tax rate applied to a portion of the gain. As a practical estimate, enter your effective tax rate as an approximation. This will not be perfectly precise, but it gives a reasonable net income estimate for planning purposes. Fixed assets are things you own that grow in value, but that you do not plan to sell during retirement, such as your home. They contribute to your net worth in the portfolio. Enter today's price, and the planner compounds it forward automatically to your retirement start year. The Projections tab is the primary output, a full year-by-year table across your entire retirement horizon. Year and age on the left. Total gross income, your complete annual income from all sources. If you have tax enabled on any source, you will also see year 1 net income showing your after-tax income. Portfolio in green, your total net worth including all remaining assets. What do you want to see? Total income growing slightly each year as inflation adjustments kick in, and the portfolio declining smoothly towards zero by the final year. The Withdrawal Plan tab shows exactly how many shares of each asset are sold each year, the income generated, and shares remaining. Use it to verify assets decline reach near zero on schedule. The Charts tab gives you 8 visual views. Total portfolio value, the overall wealth trajectory. Annual income stacked, how your income mix shifts as assets are drawn down. Gross versus net income showing the impact of tax year by year. Annual tax paid showing your estimated tax burden. Growth versus spending. Withdrawals by asset, which assets do the most work. Remaining shares, verifying assets reach zero on schedule. Tax deferred value. Fixed assets value, watching non-liquid assets appreciate. The Additional tab has 2 tools. Notes is a free text field, and the Big Ticket Calculator. Enter the purpose, add positions with current prices, and the total appears immediately. Tax on capital gains can also be estimated here per position. The Summary tab gives you a clean, read-only overview of your entire plan in one place, great for reviewing your plan at a glance. The planner auto-saves continuously, but always export a JSON file after significant changes. Name it clearly and save. To load on any device, click Import, select your file, and your plan loads instantly. Your retirement is too important to leave to a spreadsheet. Failing to plan is planning to fail. The Retirement Planner, available now at northprosperity.com.